Yeah. It's live. It's live. It's live. And you know what time it is. It's time. We live.
Hey.
You know.
Hey.
1, 2, 3, let's go.
Oh. Yeah.
Talk that talk.
We here to talk it.
Talk that talk.
Back in the booth.
Yeah.
We live again.
Talk that talk.
We live. We live. We live.
We keep it real.
Hey. Don't talk that talk.
We tell the truth.
Hey. Don't talk that talk.
That's what we do.
Hey, talk that talk.
That's what we do.
Hey, talk that talk.
That's what we do.
Hey, talk that talk.
That is what we do.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
We're here.
We're back in the booth.
On all, well, not all, just YouTube right now. But anyway, man.
We in the booth.
We back again with another episode of Talk That Talk podcast. And I go by the name of Bake.
Yeah.
And I want to introduce you again.
Uh-oh.
For my new folks.
Yeah.
It's Resurrection Weekend.
Yes, it is. Good Friday was
Good
just
Friday was just yesterday. Good service, man. Good service.
I had good Friday.
Good service, man. You know, Enemy's been working.
Yes, he has.
But we got an opportunity to wake up today, and we want to welcome you to another edition of Talk That Talk podcast. And I got my brother, my co-host, my producer of the year.
Yeah. Not only that, I am now a certified English teacher of K through 12. Yeah.
Talk that talk. That's beautiful.
Certified.
Certification.
Yeah, man, I'm in there. I'm
He's
in these
certified.
streets. Yeah, I mean, I could teach English anywhere. You know, because
Teach English. You know that's dope because, you know, you don't really see a lot of brothers
no.
when it comes to teaching. And when it comes to teaching, you see us doing a lot of PE.
Math, history.
But you doing English. That boy good with them words.
Yeah, man. And see, the crazy thing is like, I'm still learning that whole essence of that.
Right.
Because I'm more of a realist teacher.
You a realist?
Yeah. You come to my class, you gonna learn some English, but I'm gonna teach you about life.
You gonna teach about life? Yeah,
because I feel like I got a platform now.
Yeah.
And this is where I'm gonna use it. And I mean, like I said, I'm gonna teach you a lot of the essentials and get you right, you know, make sure you can write like this.
There it is.
Do those kind of things. But when you walk away from my class, I need you to understand the impact I had on you.
There it is.
That I've allowed you to grow as a human being through English. And we have real conversations and you get to learn. And I'm telling you about life and what that's going to look like on the other side.
No, that's good.
Mainly because we don't have classes that do that.
Yeah, that's good, man. That's good, man. It's good to see brothers in English, man. You know, that you're going to be somebody that can inspire another young man to be like, I want to be like Mr. Redmond. I want to be him. I want to be able to teach like him. But we got to get into a lot of convo, a lot of stuff going on, not a lot of time. Let's talk about this NCAA recap. Let's talk it on the women first.
Yeah.
A lot of big names still in here.
Yes,
you got the double
names.
C's.
Yep.
You got LSU got a big game today against UCLA.
Yes.
South Carolina had a scare.
Ooh.
You know what's funny?
Indiana pushed them to the brink.
Yeah. They was up by 22. I thought it was going to be like light butter juice. But eventually Indiana found a way to get going, and they kept going. And then you know what's funny? You know when you got a real coach? At the end of the day, the players like, yeah, you know, we got shooters, we got defense, we got height, we got all this stuff. Like, who can compete? You know what I'm saying? And then the coach said, we gave up 20. We did give a 17 or 20-point lead. Like don't settle. Don't settle for mediocrity. That ain't acceptable. We was up by 20.
This should have been.
It should have been.
We should have been playing everybody.
We should have been ready for the next one.
Sure.
Preparing for the next game.
Yeah.
And you already talking about, okay, well, they almost got us.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But
that's why I love Coach Staley, man. I love Coach.
Dope. She's a real one.
She's a person like, you can tell like that's who you want to play for.
Yes,
if I want to see my daughter somewhere, that's somewhere I want to send her. If I ever had to sit down and she was holding some kind of coach's clinic, that is somebody I want to go study under, just because like she's so authentic.
Yeah.
And that's the essence of coaching, authenticity.
Yeah. You got to be 100. You got to be real, and you got to be relatable too nowadays. Because the old days used to be fear, and you can still do fear in a lot of ways. But the old days is like, yo, if you don't do X, Y, and Z, you ain't that, and yelling and try to grab you by your jersey. But you can instruct fear into somebody without always having to do physicality.
Yeah, see, but nowadays these kids getting paid.
Yeah.
So you can try fear if you want to.
Yeah, but
I'm about.
I'm getting bread.
And I'm about.
I'm getting bread.
So you tripping.
I'm going. I'm going to this school.
Out. Yeah,
I'm going to this school.
I ain't about to stick around and deal with this.
But what's your thoughts? Who you think gonna finish? You got South Carolina gonna play against who they gonna play against? They're playing against
they got the winner of last
Oregon State. They're gonna play Oregon
South
State.
Carolina, Oregon State gonna be a good one.
That should be a good one. And then you have LSU versus UCLA. You got USC against who they played today?
Did Stanford win last night? I
don't know.
Last time, check.
Let me check real quick.
Yeah.
Let me check real quick. Did Stanford?
But I know
win?
this UCLA LSU game is going to be
a game.
big.
Is it going to be the night game?
I think so. Maybe. I don't know if UCLA's big man is back because she's nice.
Stanford lost.
Stanford lost last night.
Wow, we're gonna talk about NC State too, but NC State
they out there
beat
doing
Stanford.
NC State ain't playing.
Imagine
games.
if when the last time the girls and guys won the championship same year? What was that?
I would like, if I had to choose.
Did it ever happen? It happened.
If
right?
I had to choose, I feel like it was when UConn won. With Shabazz Napier and them, and I think the UConn women won that same year.
Okay.
Remember UConn women that went on like a 4-year win when they won every year.
NC State beat Stanford.
So it's NC State.
It's going to be
who's it?
LSU playing right now. They're up right now at halftime, 34-27.
Okay.
USC going to play Baylor. Colorado plays Iowa. That's going to be a real good game.
That's going to be a good game.
That's going to be a real good game.
I wonder if Deion and them pulling up. That's a good game for them to pull up too.
So then, depending on how it works out, on Sunday you got South Carolina, Oregon State, NC State versus Texas.
Oh,
that's Sunday.
Those are two good games.
Yeah, and then on Monday you're gonna have the winner out of these games today: the LSU, Colorado, and Duke and UConn too.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good
Duke
one.
and it's some two teams in there. But who you think are going to be the one that brings it home for the
I feel
ladies?
like my Final Four. I had my Final Four as South Carolina, Stanford, Iowa, and USC. That was my Final Four, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
I can't check my phone because otherwise I'm gonna mess up our little background.
Yeah. No.
But that was my Final Four. It was South Carolina, Stanford, Iowa, SC, and then I had. In one bracket, I did two brackets. One bracket had South Carolina winning, and the other one I had Iowa winning. So
you okay? I think if I had to choose, I think that it'd be South Carolina.
This is pre Stanford losing. So that was
mine. I think South Carolina, and then on the next. Well, if I had to choose the next four, let me see. I don't know. I'm going with the underdog. I'm going to go NC State.
Okay, I like that.
NC State won't get in there, right? Because it'll be
NC State,
yes, it will. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
I think
it'll be NC State versus South Carolina if they win. I think so.
No. NC State is playing. Remember, South Carolina and them played last night, so they wouldn't play. They wouldn't play again to the Final Four.
No, I know.
So
I said NC State. I said I got NC State getting to the Final Four.
So I mean, you got NC State beating
Texas,
and then
they gonna play South Carolina.
No. They got another game. NC State still got to play Monday.
That's the Elite Eight. This is the Elite Eight right here. On Sunday, it's the Elite Eight. So if they win that game, they're in the Final Four.
Okay, yeah.
So I got South Carolina, NC State, and for the women's side,
on the other side,
yeah. You know what I mean. I'm gonna go USC.
Okay.
Because USC gonna play the winner out of UCLA and LSU.
Okay.
So I'm going SC, and I'm gonna go. This is a tough one.
So you're gonna go Page against Iowa.
I'm going UConn.
Ooh.
Because I think Iowa loses today.
You think Iowa loses today?
Colorado is a good team.
Caitlin ain't going home.
Caitlin almost lost to West Virginia.
That's cool.
I think Colorado beats Caitlin Clark, and I think
Paige
UConn
beats.
you know.
Yeah. I want to see. I need that UConn Iowa fade. Because Paige and Caitlin was on the same trajectory.
Until she got hurt. Yeah, them two big knee injuries.
Yeah, man, because people don't understand Paige is nice.
Yeah.
Paige is nice.
She was really the talk before.
Exactly.
Caitlin. That's crazy. Yeah. You know what's crazy? Because Caitlin's a senior.
Yeah.
Paige is a senior.
Yeah.
But they wasn't talking about Caitlin like that.
No. Caitlin came onto the scene because she started Caitlin's freshman year, when she started pulling from 35, is when people was like, hey, hold up.
Who was that?
Yeah. And then that freshman year went, and then her sophomore year they did a run. Then last year they made it to the chip.
Yeah.
And then, this year, obviously, she's doing her Dougie.
I would like to see that game, but I think Iowa loses today.
But you got to think about it. And
don't sleep on Duke girls.
Nah, Duke girls is hooping. But like I said, the cool thing is we at that moment to where we can get a Caitlin Paige fade. We can get a Caitlin Juju fade. We can get an Angel Reese Juju fade.
That'd be crazy.
Just think about the name. We get a rematch fade in the Final Four.
Yeah.
It's so many storylines.
That can happen.
It's treating us like it's like wrestling.
Yeah. It's like
so
WWE.
Yes, so many storylines that's going to
produce. Shout out to the ladies.
That's going to produce good basketball, man.
Shout out to
it's just the women's basketball has been lit. I've watched a few games, several games. Being a wife of watching games together. So yeah, man, it's a good time for hoops, especially for the women.
Yeah.
And then I want to touch on something.
What's up?
This week the reports came out.
What was the report?
About Caitlin Clark being offered $5 million to go hoop in the Big Three. Wow. You hear about that? Yeah. So this week
is it the truth?
This is the truth. Ice Cube came on record and said that
$5 million
to play in the Big Three,
because he knows what that's going to do for the Big Three.
But I feel like, and this is me speaking honestly, I feel like that's diminishing the women's game, because what you're doing is you're taking the opportunity for the women's WNBA game to be more box office with a name like this, because she can't play in the Big Three and play in the WNBA.
Oh, she can't?
Because their seasons at the same time.
Oh, well, hey. Look, man lie, women lie, number don't. If the WNBA want Caitlin Clark to play in their league, you got to come up with some bread.
Yeah, but you only can come up with the bread that's being...
I think that's going to help with the shares, though, because now you have Caitlin Clark, that's going to be a big-time name.
But that's what I'm saying. With Caitlin Clark coming, I think revenuing is going, with this whole new wave of female athletes coming.
Right, you got Juju going to be coming. You have
at least about 3 years. You got Angel. Got Paige.
You got Paige. So you got some names.
And then it's some girls that's in high school right now that are killing that is on their.
Look, man, that means maybe that can stir. I'm not mad at Ice Cube wanting to get her in this league, because he know he's a businessman. What's that going to do for the business? Here's the thing, though. I don't think
she's playing with grown men.
That's what I'm saying.
That's a whole.
I don't think she becomes that successful, because it's different. It's just different. It's more physical.
Just imagine her getting caught on the screen with Kwame Brown.
Oh my Lord, they gonna, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And it ain't gonna have no integrity to the Big Three as well, because then they be like, yo, chill, she a girl.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, well,
it ain't just pick up. It ain't just us.
It's hooping. Competitive.
Yeah.
And the last thing you want to do is get a girl and try to
come on, man.
But I understand his mindset. It's like, look, box office. I got Caitlin Clark playing for the Big Three, and that can also open it up for more women, and so then that can change the Big Three to be co-ed, where it's like every guy team has to have a girl. So now it can open up another box office where now you have women veterans that played in the WNBA eligible, college stars that didn't make it to the WNBA eligible. Now it's 2 men, 1 girl. That's a whole different type of thing, bro.
Yeah, you can do I think you'll be better off doing that in any way, and then allowing that to be a part of it. I just don't think you want to take Caitlin away from what she's possibly about to do for the WNBA. Because, the complaint is it ain't enough star power. Ain't nobody watching girls basketball. All these narratives when it come to women's hoops. And now girls basketball is the hottest thing out.
Yeah.
Girls basketball is trending. It's fashionable. It's something that everybody want to be. It's big time. So allow this young woman to go and become revolutionary for the WNBA. Yeah, she's not gonna be able to make the same money that you're offering because it was like her first WNBA contract is gonna be like $79,000 compared to a $5 million. Oh. Yeah, man. You know me. I'm gonna do my research. I'm gonna do my research.
Hold on, bro.
Yeah, I'm just letting you know.
79,000.
Yeah, that's what they get.
You telling me a shorty that's bringing in millions of dollars is only gonna get 79,000? She's making more than that in college.
You gotta think about this, babe. This is how this works. The highest paid women's basketball player is Jackie Young at like 230-something thousand. And they just got to that. They just got to that.
So the shorty from the Las Vegas
Aces.
She's not the highest paid?
No. She's not in the highest paid.
Look,
but it's a maturation process because they wasn't bringing in the revenue, bro.
I hear you, bro.
They're not selling out the stadiums.
I definitely hear you. And look, no disrespect to Kate. I think she's gonna come in and help a little bit for sure. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? I think it's the WNBA doesn't spark that same excitement as college for some reason. Like college basketball has always been exciting, right? Even when the women played and it started to get that traction, right? It started to, like, when you had the UConn, you always knew about the UConn team.
Yes.
That was the thing back in the day because they had the names.
They had everybody. Diana Taurasi, Sue Bird, Rebecca Lobo, Maya Moore.
The college basketball scene ain't never not been like on notice. It's just it was always one team winning. Yes. So people, when you got one team winning all the time, it gets boring. But now it became more parity, and now you got more names, you got more players, you got more teams. Now it becomes
everybody not going to the same school.
Exactly, because you got money involved, right?
Yes.
And so, but the WNBA, they've had names. They've had names, big time names. And to say even in 2024, bro, 79,000, my guy.
Yeah.
Look, dog. If I'm Caitlin, I'm like, look. You know, I mean, I get
it's
it.
Leverage.
Like that's $5 million. Y'all gotta pay me more than something than 79K. I gotta be here.
Yeah.
I don't care.
But
I gotta be there.
It's also, I heard that the TV rights to the WNBA is about to be up. And you know, TV rights bring in new money.
Yeah.
And with the Amazons, the Primes, the YouTubes, like all these.
They're going to have
Netflix,
to do it that way. They're going to have to put it on those streaming platforms like that.
And all these people are starting to get involved. When these TV deals start coming in, that's when the WNBA can start getting new money.
Yeah.
And with new money, you can start divvying out. Because like I said, I think Caitlin is going to draw. And then because Caitlin is drawing, these other teams is going to draw. Like I just believe in this.
She's going to be the
catalyst.
She's going to be the one.
Catalyst. She's going to be the one that pushed this forward.
Hopefully
for all the women, man. And I just think in these next few years, we about to get a boom in the women's game.
Hopefully, man.
And like I said, that's what I pray. I pray for a boom in the women's game.
It's rough right now, man. You talking about somebody?
That's why they got to go overseas.
Somebody got a degree making more bread than you. That's crazy.
But certain degrees, I feel like we should be getting paid more. Than
for sure, 100%.
That's a whole other conversation.
Yeah, that's another conversation. But shout out to the girls, man. It's gonna be interesting to see. Like I said, LSU beating UCLA right now in halftime. But moving on to the boys.
Yeah, man.
I want to talk about
the brotherhood.
Look, I got UConn making it to the Final Four.
I had UConn in my Final Four.
I didn't think NC State was gonna last this long.
No,
but I think they have a chance to take it all away because the way they're playing, when you got a team that's playing on all cylinders like they're doing, you're gonna have to knock them out.
Yeah,
because they are fighters.
They do not lack any confidence right now.
Right. They're not afraid of nobody.
No.
Right.
That's what everybody's saying.
And so they're knocking out jugglers. They're knocking out heavy hitters.
Yeah.
And they're doing it where it's like the games they're close, but they're not as close as you think they should be. Mm-hmm. Right. And so I like NC State making it to the Final Four. Now, this side, Duke ended up making it to the Elite
Duke plays NC State.
They play NC State, which is going to be a good game.
What is ACC rival?
ACC. So we're going to have at least one ACC team in the Final Four. I'm going to go with the underdog because I just like the Cinderella story. And then I feel bad for Houston, man. They lost their horse.
Yeah, they lost
They lost them in 12 minutes in the game. Like that's a tough way to lose.
That's tough.
Because you got to think about it. They only lost by 3. Yeah. If they have their captain, it may be a different story. There's no guarantee.
Yeah, I mean,
it may be a different story, though.
True, but they ain't got nothing to do with us.
I know it don't.
Injuries part of the game.
And then you got Purdue.
Oh yeah, Purdue. But now they're Purdueing.
Yeah, they're Purdueing. They're under the radar. They're under the radar, and they're doing what they need to do. And I think they're going to play the winner out of who they're going to play. They're going to play UConn, huh?
No. So
they
they're
play?
on opposite sides. So today we have.
That's who they play. They play. What's that team? Not Iowa State. Illinois. No.
Illinois plays UConn.
Yeah.
Illinois play UConn.
Yeah.
Clemson plays
Purdue.
No.
Yeah, right.
No. Clemson plays today against
Alabama.
Alabama is Duke, NC State.
Yeah, so UConn, Illinois.
And then who beat Marquette last night?
And then Tennessee plays Purdue.
Purdue.
That's going to be tough. So if I'm looking at the Final Four, I'm going NC State.
Okay.
I'm going Tennessee.
What happened to us?
Oh, snap.
What happened to us?
You back on?
Yeah, we back. Have me nervous, people.
Yeah.
So we got to be looking at the screen. You know, we be having too many.
Oh, I know why. Because it was 30 minutes and it's all good. We'll figure it out because it reset it and stuff.
Okay.
But I got
your Final Four since the Elite Eight.
I got Tennessee, NC State, UConn.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go.
You got Clemson versus Bama.
You know what? I'm going Clemson.
Okay, I see what you did there.
UConn, Clemson, NC State, and Tennessee.
I got UConn, even though they're gonna be in a war because that boy Shannon Jr.
It's gonna be
Illinois.
Tough. It's gonna be tough.
Oh, he is an animal.
Yeah,
big guard. He's gonna be a problem in the league. He's a true bucket getter.
It's gonna be tough.
So I got UConn. I'm gonna go with. I liked how Bama looked, but I'm liking how Clemson is playing. I'm gonna go UConn, Bama, Duke, Tennessee. No, I'm gonna go Purdue.
Man, pick one.
I got you. Listen, because here's how this works. Purdue is a tougher matchup for Duke, but I know we could beat Tennessee. So, but I'm gonna go Purdue.
Okay.
I like Purdue. I think, Zach Edney, he cool, but, he's going to deal with my boy.
So you going Duke going to win the whole thing because you're a Duke Blue Devil?
Yeah, I didn't have us winning, just to be honest.
Oh,
no, because I had to, because this as a Duke fan, just like with anything, you got to be a realist, right? Obviously, I'm always pick my team.
Right.
But this ain't this best of 7s. This ain't like basketball. It's easier for me to pick the Lakers because I'm like, well, damn, you got to beat us 4 times.
Yeah.
And that one game thing in college basketball, it's like you got to kind of be a realist, and you're looking at matchups.
Yeah.
Heading into this, I said Houston was going to be a tough matchup because I know how they guard, and I know where we struggle at against people who can really guard. And last night they showed me something that I ain't really seen all year.
But they lost their player though.
I know, but I'm just saying they showed me like they wasn't afraid of Houston.
Right. I don't think they was afraid.
Yeah,
but it's different. It's levels when you. It's that second half level is a big deal because when you know you ain't got your dog coming back. Like I don't care who you are. When you lose your horse, like y'all gonna fight, but it's different.
It is.
It's a different type of fight.
But like I said, that's why I feel like it's just Duke be getting to these games, man, and be letting teams just intimidate them.
I hear you.
And even when he was there, it still was like, it wasn't like they was blowing us out and then he got out and then we made a run.
No, it was close.
It was a nip and tuck game the whole time. And so for them to battle the way that they did, it showed me something that I ain't really seen all year.
Right.
And that's why, I got confidence that they can go do what they need to do.
Okay. We're going to find out, man. I want to see something, either Duke win or NC State win. I don't know if they're going to be able to do it. But I would like to see that.
I don't see NC State on the women's side win.
Yeah.
Or Duke on the women's side.
But, hey, man, we didn't think NC State could beat Stanford. Like I said, you get to the point, you get to the point. Anyway, right, moving right along. We got the UFL. Is UFL? My bad. I added another F. It starts today. The Rock.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to the Rock.
Man,
Shout out to the Rock.
it's gonna be tough times.
The final boss.
The final boss is gonna be tough times.
Look at you now, boy.
Told him. He told him.
Look at you now, boy.
He was talking to Cody Rhodes on Monday.
Hey, he's going crazy. I can't wait to WrestleMania.
And then you saw I had sent you the whole like after Raw had cut off.
Oh yeah, that was
and
fire.
he was like, I don't give a damn about the show being off.
It started beating him. Start beating him like stove something, dog. Yeah.
Oh, the Rock is going up right now.
Rock is bringing. I mean, WWE always been flourishing, but it's on a whole nother level right now. It's a whole nother level. I ain't gonna hold you. It's a good
time. It's a good time. It's starting to feel like early 2000s.
Yeah, I'm excited for WrestleMania. But he got his football league.
Yeah,
that starts today, man. How you feel like that's gonna be?
Oh man, it's gonna be cool. I really want to find a team to root for, just because I have more vested interest in trying to find a way to watch every week.
Yeah.
I haven't really necessarily picked a team. I think Houston won last year, and then another team for the XFL won. So I'm gonna give myself this week to find a team. Now, I want to find a team. I feel like having a team.
It's both leagues combined.
XFL and
they're gonna play. Like, how is it gonna work?
There is one league. So it's not even even though they have combined, it's all one league. They got I think 6 teams from one league and 6 teams from the other league. I think it's like a 12-team league, if I'm not mistaken.
And so everybody play each other twice?
I think they're doing everybody playing each other once.
Oh, okay.
Or something to that effect.
Yeah, that makes sense because that's 11 games.
Yeah. So I think everybody playing each other once. And then, it is what it is. And you got to think about it. They're the trendsetter because the NFL just took their kickoff rule.
What was the kickoff rule?
So, and both teams, so the kicker lines up on the opposite 35. So I can demonstrate to Bake. I'm going to use props since we got props.
Yeah.
So this is the kicker. So this is the kickoff team is on, one kickoff team's on a 30 on this side. The other kickoff team's on a 30 on this side. And then there's a returner. And so now when they kick, these dudes can't move until the ball is caught by these dudes, and then they boom, and then now you got a kickoff.
Oh, I like that.
But that's what they.
So you can have more kickoff returns.
More than likely.
But what happens if they kick it out of bounds? I mean, like kick it. Nowadays they was kicking through the field goal. You know what I mean?
I guess you just get the ball back at the 20 or whatever the case is.
So is it still going to be the same distance or when they kick the ball? Because back in the NFL, you don't really have kickoff because they kick it out of bounds all the time.
I think it's going to be conditioned that kickers do kick it now. Okay. I don't know how that's about to look or what's the incentives of not kicking. Right. Basically, you looking at it as what's the incentive to not just still kicking out of bounds like they've been doing. But this is supposed to decrease high impact hits on kickoff because the two teams the kickoff team and the kickoff return team
can't move until they caught.
Are 10 yards away from each other. So you can't build up no real momentum type speed.
That's dope.
You feel me?
I didn't even know that.
But they started that in the XFL.
Okay.
And then that got adopted to the Rocks Them League, and now, they doing that, and now the NFL is has did that along with not to move too much off the UFL, but the NFL also has outlawed the hip drop tackle.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
I like it.
I don't. Because, okay, so here's how this works. You a small dude.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Hey, man, you talk when you're a young kid. I know what you're about to say. You got to get them down high.
Any means necessary.
I know, but at the end of the day, the way you getting them down ain't football related.
But, let me ask you this.
Do you teach kids to tackle like that?
No, because it's not a taught tackle.
Exactly.
It's more of a reactionary tackle.
I know, but
otherwise you gonna get. I also ain't telling my kid to sit there and get dragged for 30 yards.
No, I understand.
That's what you gonna be doing.
No, I understand. I understand that. But look, like I said, these dudes are big, fast, and I understand that. But when you teach kids how to tackle, right? Yeah. You either teach them to go head up, right? But
if you can,
and then you teach them to tackle from the sideways.
Yeah,
they're gonna get more yards, right? But when you start tugging, because this is how most of them injuries from the best and the greats happen, you start doing unnatural movements. Like it's an unnatural tackle. If I jump on you and I come down on your body and I use
I'm not necessarily see here's where we are confusing what was going on. So if you're running the ball.
Right.
And I like come from an angle and I'm like right here behind you.
Right.
Right. You're still moving your feet.
Okay.
Because you are trained to keep going and get through the tackle. Right?
Yeah.
Now, the only way that I can stop your momentum is I have to be able to, I got to match the velocity of your body weight and the momentum that you going with my body weight and what I need you to stop doing.
Right.
So only way I can do that is by sinking my body weight. I have to go to like a dead weight situation. You know how it is. If I got to pick somebody up that's helping me versus the dead weight of somebody, it's heavier. So when I drop down, I'm not dropping down because I'm trying to hurt you. I'm dropping down because you won't stop your. So in my head, here's how we solve this. Once I get you in a tackle, why we don't tell the runners to stop their feet?
No, because look. I hear you.
So again, it becomes an offensive advantage.
Think about this. All right, you're running, right?
I'm running,
and I'm coming to tackle you.
Yeah, and you get me in the hip because you about to try to take me down.
First of all, like I get when you young, right? You chose to wrap up, right, and try to get them down that way. But usually, right, a lot of times you dive and you grab and then you turn, right?
Yeah.
What we're trying to do now is we get them, we're running with them, and we're like, this bro pretty fast. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to stop our way. I get what you're doing, bring them down. It's an unhealthy way. Instead of just, at the end of the day, this is what you can do. I know these some big boys, they strong second the legs.
I know. Derrick Henry talking about.
I know. But even with Derrick Henry, if you get it's always a point of view when you hit somebody to wrap up. Like you remember, like think of a horse.
Yeah.
Derrick Henry's not a horse, but he can run like a horse. But if you get certain areas of the legs, it don't matter how big you are, you're going down.
Yeah.
So now, as a defender you have to know how to hit.
You just see the thing is, and to your point, and I'm not disagreeing with you, and I understand it, is you got to move, you have to slide from the hip to like the thigh.
Yes.
And then once you slide off and you grab the thigh, it's like now I gotta kind of like gator roll you. Because gator rolling is a taut tackle.
It's a taut tackle. Like
gator rolling is a taut tackle.
You running at me, I'm gonna grab them like this right here. It's like the knees to this area is where they're weak.
Yeah.
So if I get you here, and I don't care how good you is.
It's just, but if a good runner's running with the knees high, boy, it's gonna be.
I understand that, right? So you're gonna have a lot of more gang tackling now, right?
Everybody got to get there.
Yeah, everybody got to
get to the ball.
That's what it is. You know what I mean? Like 11 hats got to be there. Like don't punish the runner because you're not having a team. You're not having everybody get to the ball to help tackle. Yeah. You want that runner to be penalized to be like, nah, take them how you take them. And how many times people get hurt because of that? Because again,
a lot of people
I don't think they're trying to hurt people.
No.
It's just like I gotta get you down, dog.
My life is on my paycheck, my livelihood, everything on the line, just like yours.
Right.
And I got to get paid to do a job because that's same reason why they outlawed the horse collar.
Yeah.
Because a horse collar is a very unnatural
It's an unnatural move. You never teach nobody how to... When you're a kid, you never teach people to tackle like that.
No, you just...
So I'm okay with that.
Yeah, but, like I said... So.
I'm okay with the rule because I think it's going to help a lot of runners now have more leverage, or not leverage, but have... Yeah, leverage as well, but have more... long-term ability in the game because you know how it is. So many running backs get their ankle tied up, get their knee tied up. Yeah. Now, if you're going to tackle me, bro, you got to tackle me because that's what you teach kids.
Yeah.
Don't be like, tackle that boy. Stop being scared. Grab him where you need to grab him. Like, first of all, we always said, you ain't grabbing nobody by the waist no more because, bro, first of all, if you ain't that, your arms ain't that big, you ain't gonna be able to get around their way, dog. Like, come on, bro. Like, let's be real. Like, yeah, when you hit somebody, you hitting them and then you wrap up. But, dog, if your arm, you know the big dude, you can't wrap up.
It's a lot to do.
You gotta take the legs out.
You got to.
You gotta take the legs out, and there's ways you can take the legs out and get somebody down.
And more of the hip drop tackle comes from like this angle.
Yeah.
I can kind of demonstrate. So if like you're running this way and I'm pursuing you from this way. And this is where more of it comes from like that angle because I'm trying to get you from going that way. So it's like you said, it's now when you're pursuing at that angle, you just got to shoot straight.
Yeah, that's what
thigh to knee.
Thigh to knee. Get the
you got to shoot straight thigh
If
to
you miss,
knee.
then that means you tackling with your head down. You know what I'm saying? But if you
I
really
messed
trying
up
to
my
tackle
shoulder
somebody,
trying to do that tackle just recently.
Yeah, man.
Shoulder still ain't right. This is crazy. I got stiff arm trying to do that tackle.
Real talk. And so it's a way you do it where you can get them down dang near 95% of the time. And you gotta launch yourself into them so fast that even if they stiff arm you, when they stiff arm you down, this is what happens. When somebody stiff arm you down, your body's gonna go to. But once you wrap,
you should be good.
They get to that horse thing, that lasso, because now you're like
lasso effect.
Now you're like, oh, snap, he got me. He got me. And if I don't get him, I'm gonna slow you down.
Yeah, and it's also, I mean, and in that. We can't prevent everything. It's a possibility in that you can get a little ankle because your foot can, because the runner's foot can get caught in the grass or something like that. But it's like at the end of the day, like, bro, we can't take all the tackling out.
I gotta be able to tackle, dog. This ain't flag football.
We can't take all the tackling out.
This ain't flag, bro.
So I understand.
But it's gonna be good. Shout out to The Rock and them. But speaking of The Rock, put what is that? CETS at the end?
Ooh.
Rocket.
I see what you did there.
Yeah. You see what I said?
I always thought you was going with Bianca Belair. I didn't know where we was going with this. The EST.
Yeah, they're going to be in WrestleMania too, by the way. Play Damage Control.
Black girl match.
That's pretty dope.
I like
three on three. It's like
full head of fame.
That's going to be dope.
I like that.
But anyway, you have the Rockets, the Houston Rockets. As we get closer to the NBA playoffs, man, it's like I was so disappointed Lakers lost last night because that would have been a big key win.
The Kings lost too.
And the Kings lost, and they're right there. They've been 42, and everybody else really around 42, and they got a little bit more favorable little schedule, so they could have squeezed it out and been able to, pause. My bad. But it's the Lakers. You know what they do, and they could have had a favorable matchup too because you got 1 and 2 right now. Minnesota, you got the under 2 teams that they didn't beat.
Those are 2 teams they didn't beat up.
Come on, man. But you got Houston on 11-game win streak. They just won last night against the Utah Jazz by 1.
Ain't nothing what a baby mama can't do.
Bruh, it's different when you hear you got babies. You playing for something now. I'm just being honest. You playing for something now. It ain't no more games now. I got to keep my contract now.
I got kids to feed.
I got kids to feed. I got miles to feed because it's gonna be expensive. Shannon Sharp even said it. You got to put $20 million aside.
I heard he broke it down.
$20 million aside.
He broke it down to a science.
Because he coming out the chicken.
Yeah, he coming out. He was coming out. He was
coming out that chicken. So he know how that breakdown is. And now Jalen Green like, look, I got babies on the way.
He got 2.
Supposed to be 3.
Oh, Jalen out here is a pumper.
It's supposed to be 3. I don't know. I know about 1.
JG, man, go get your money. Take care. Listen, all we ask is you be a father. Do the best you can.
Take care of your kids, man.
Take care of your kids. Just understand these women.
I'm just mad at the people that's supposed to be his boys that's not giving him the right. Like, come on, man. Like,
but babe, come on now. At 22, what you telling me?
Bro.
What are you telling me at 22, 23?
Look, man, you got to think about the bigger picture.
Yeah, but what are you we thinking about that because we know our pockets ain't millions.
I'm saying, no, even people in the league would say that. They'll tell you right now, look, you young.
Yep.
They try and snatch you up.
Every time.
And so if you know what you're getting yourself into, You know what I'm saying? I know he knew. Yeah. But I'm saying, like, bro, like, strap up, B.
Nah.
Strap it up, B.
Mm-mm.
Look,
he had to discontinue this disclaimer that was going around.
What was the disclaimer?
You know what was going around about him and the stuff that was all on the social medias.
Oh, that stuff.
So
you think that's the way to
it
be
was?
like,
he was
I'm
like,
in
you know
geeks.
what?
I'm in the geeks.
Hey.
I'm tapping.
Listen.
I got babies, but you ain't got to do it that way.
I bake. I'm not saying. Listen. I'm not.
I don't know if it's the case, but if that is the case, come on, Jay. You ain't got to do it that way.
Exactly. We don't. This is not me saying that this is the truth. This is like, it was a whole bunch of unnecessariness that was surrounded by the young man name.
Yeah,
and then
that's crazy that you point that out.
And then a year's time. We looking at 3 new children, 3 new greens in the world.
He was in them yeeks.
He had to let y'all know. Come on, man.
You think I go that way? Bad.
Come on, bad.
Let me get up in there. Let me show you.
Bad.
I got babies on the way.
I'm gonna go get a bad one, an older little bad one, and Dre, and just let you know, like, I got range.
Yeah,
and we ain't talking 3-point shots.
Yeah, but anyway, Rockets are on the verge of potentially getting into the play-in.
Hey.
They on an 11-game streak. Now I gotta ask you, do you think they make it?
I think they get in because the Warriors' schedule is not looking hot. The Warriors got a battle. I don't think they catch the Lakers, but they can get the 10th one. And then we could potentially see a Lakers
Houston, which I don't know if that's a good game for the Lakers.
Want them problems, if you want me to be truthful.
Yeah.
But I think the Lakers do because Houston won't have Sengun.
What happened to Sengun?
He ain't even been here this whole run. That's the crazy thing.
Dang. So was Sengun the problem?
I know he wasn't a problem. It's just,
somebody said 11 games with somebody out.
I know, but somebody said, I was watching, was it the Laker game? I was watching some NBA game, and they was like, sometimes it just takes for the young dudes to start listening to the grown man in the room.
Oh.
The Fred VanVleets, the Jeff Greens, the vets kind of start, being able to galvanize the troops. And then once, like, say you win like 2 or 3 in a row, now the vets like, y'all see this? Y'all see what we can do? So then it turns into 4 and 5. Now they like, hey, now the vets is feeding off the young cats. And, so like, how winning streaks are, man. Like, it just get the going and the ball start bouncing your way. Those shots, like everybody start hitting timely shots. You getting timely stops. So I just think, yes. Udoka, we've always spoke highly on Udoka.
Yeah.
Because they was winning earlier in the season. You got to remember.
And then they went on a little rep.
Exactly. And I think I told you when we talked about this is they have to avoid those continuous losing streaks.
Right.
And they was hitting those throughout the middle of the season.
Right.
And so now ever since like All-Star break, they've kind of found the rhythm. And now they're really peaking at the right time. And they're going to be a problem. 11
games. I don't want to play them if I'm any team because that means you can get beat.
Yes.
Now
and the play-in is a one-game thing, like March Madness.
Yeah. So honestly, do Houston can make the playoffs?
No, it's not them just yet. But they're gonna be an issue.
I think
forward.
if the Lakers can get on a spree and they can get that 7 seat on lock, they win their game.
They ain't got to worry about Houston.
And then Houston going to play either Sacramento, Phoenix, or the Warriors. Or no,
the Warriors wouldn't even be a part of it.
Yeah, it'd be Sacramento or Phoenix.
They can beat them teams.
And so let's say they beat Sac, knock them out.
All they need is to get to the 8 seed. The Lakers win.
No, you got to win 2.
That's what I'm saying.
So they have to be Sac and Phoenix.
They have to be Sac and Phoenix.
Yeah.
They can beat both of them teams.
Hey, if they keep winning, they may pass them all.
In the season on like an 18-game win streak.
That'd be crazy.
That'd be nuts.
Yo, imagine if they got a tough one. They got a tough one. I think tonight they play, or tomorrow they play Dallas. Then they play the Warriors. I think it's tonight. I think tonight tomorrow they play Dallas, and then they play the Warriors. So it's gonna be some big winning. But shout out to them, man. For tomorrow they play. Oh no, they don't play tomorrow. They play
Sunday.
They play Monday. They play. Wait, no, they don't even play Monday.
So what's their next 3 games?
They play. Oh, here we go.
You in April and on ESPN app,
bro. Wait, hold on. Let me see. I'm in April. They play. Their next game isn't until.
Now you doing it the wrong way, man. I gotta teach my brother everything.
No, that's the right way.
Nah, man, you doing it the wrong way. You doing it the way that's gonna take forever.
I did NBA.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, you just go to Houston?
Just go to the team, brother, and just
when their next game? Do they play tomorrow?
Why that's not working out?
Let me see, man.
I got it. Look,
let me see, bro. They play.
To the team. Look,
they play.
You still in March?
Yeah, they play Mavericks tomorrow. They do play the Mavericks tomorrow.
Sunday.
I know.
Sunday. They play Sunday.
That's tomorrow.
Yeah, it's tomorrow. That's tomorrow. I'm thinking today Friday. Listen, it's been a week. It's been a week, man. Storm me out. So they got the Mavericks. Who's the next 2 after that?
Warriors. They got the Warriors. No, they got the Rocket. I mean, they got the Timberwolves. Then they play the Warriors. So they got 3 big ones.
3 big ones.
And then they play the Heat.
Heat playing for something too.
And then they play the Mavericks again.
Okay.
Then they play the Magics.
Okay.
Then they play Utah Jazz, and then they play the Clippers. So it's gonna be tough.
Utah's the only one that you can say
barely
like
won last night.
Yeah, I'm just saying, but Utah's the only one to where it's like, all right, I can say I'm gonna give y'all a win, but the rest of those,
it's not a guarantee.
not guaranteed.
So imagine if they won all those. That'd be tough.
They win those?
They in the playoffs.
They go send somebody home in the first round.
No, they go into the playoffs. Like they're in automatically. Real talk. Because you win
18 straight heading in.
Yeah, bro. You win
because that's 7 more games after that, right? That's what we counted. That was 7 games.
You play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You win 9 more games. So like
that'd be a 20-game winning streak heading into the playoffs.
Their record right now.
But out of this, so right now, how many games do you think
if they win 9 games
out of the next 9?
What's 9?
They
wouldn't have enough. They wouldn't have enough.
Out of the next 9, what do you predict that they can win? What do you think they could be? What record do you think they can have out of this next 9?
Be honest with you, they could go either 6-3.
So what do you think is needed for them to do something? Oh, yeah, let me ask you that. What do you think is needed for them to at least get?
They got to win 7 games.
They got to go 7-2.
Well, if they want to get in,
if they want to get into the play-in, they want to get that 10th spot.
They got to win 7 games at least 5 to 7. They got to get to the 10th spot because you got to hope Golden State keep losing. And they're
only 1 game back. They're only 1 game back of Golden State.
I know, but
2.5 of the Lakers.
If they beat Golden State, then they tied. So then they got to win a couple more, right? I don't know if what's the tiebreaker between them two. Who got the tiebreaker?
They look at the tiebreaker.
Like, because if whoever got the tiebreaker, that's a big deal to determine who gets in, who don't get in.
If they finish with the exact same record.
So I'm saying to give them a greater chance, 7 games.
They got to win. They got to go 7-2 in this next stretch of 9 games.
6-3 would be probably the most likely thing they can do to get in. But they got to beat the Warriors.
7-2 is what they need. 6-3 is like the cutoff. They can't go no less than 6-3.
They may, if they go 5-4,
that's too many losses.
That's too many losses.
Too many losses.
And you got to hope that Golden State loses 5 times.
Yeah.
So they got to go 6-3. The most loss they can have in this 9 straight is 3. But they got 4 tough ones already. Ooh. They got the Dallas Mavericks, then they're going to play Minnesota, then they're going to play the Warriors, and then they're going to play Dallas again, bro. Ooh. Those 4 games.
That's tough.
That could be a deal breaker.
They can go 2-2, and then right now looking at the last 5, like, damn.
It's going to be tough.
It's going to
be tough. But shout out to Houston for even having a chance, man, because nobody thought they was going to have a chance. Yeah, because
we was just talking like, man, this is going to be them 4 teams in the play-in, and that's all it is. And now Houston just showed up and said, hey.
We here.
Hey,
hold on.
Let us
in. Man, I got my invite, dog. Let me in the party, dog.
Nah, man. You wasn't even supposed to be here. You messing up the whole vibe.
You know what I'm saying?
You wasn't even supposed to be here.
And so it's like when you show up late to a cutoff. You know what I mean? They like, look, man, you probably had 8, dog. It's 8:15. But come on, bro. I'm on the list.
Come on, bro.
Right now they on the list, and they got a chance.
On, bro. Let your boy get in.
It would be good to see him get in. I think, and you know what's crazy? How bad publicity can turn into good, because they start talking about the babies,
and now they up.
And now they up.
And he's been balling.
He's been hooping. Shout out to him, man.
Hey, listen, y'all know when we first started Talk That Talk.
Yeah.
That episode went nuts because I came out and said I feel like Jalen Green got a higher ceiling than Jason Tatum. I said it. And I ain't moving from it.
You did say that.
I said it. When we first had this guy, when Talk That Talk first was on the scene.
Still got some time, though.
Yeah, he got some time. But like I said, I believed in JG a long time ago.
He going to be nice. Just keep doing what he's doing.
Y'all know.
It's for the coach. We're going to change it up this week.
Yeah.
We got a lot of beef.
Man, fuck the big 3. Man, it's the big me.
Yeah. Kendrick Lamar took some shots at J. Cole and Drizzy.
Yeah, Aubrey.
Said,
Aubrey.
A lot of, friendly but not friendly bars.
Yeah.
Because here's my thing. I'm going to say this. I'm going to let you dive into it. I'm not even just because I'm a Drake fan, but I'm saying, like, whenever somebody is, like, helps bring you into the world, because Kendrick was still doing his thing, but to get on Drake tour at that time when Drake was who he was a big deal.
It was.
That was a huge deal.
It was.
Right? Because people knew about Kendrick, but they didn't know about Kendrick. And to see that, this is when I'd be like, yo, I look, if somebody ever allowed me to get in this game, like that helped me get into a platform, I'm grateful for that. You know what I'm saying? We can definitely compete in competition, and I think it's all friendly competition at the end of the day because none of these dudes ain't about it. Even though they say they don't do it, they would have been did it by now. It's been 20-some years.
I always say that.
Yeah, it's been 20-some years.
Really moving.
They not. It's a rap competition.
Yeah, this ain't Young Dolph and
Yeah, I don't think it's on that type of level.
That was real.
They got too much money to lose at the end of the day. And so Kendrick said, "Look, I'm coming back. I ain't never left. Ain't no big three. It's just me."
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, J. Cole even said it in a couple of interviews, like, "Hey, I don't think nobody can touch me when I'm in my zone."
Yeah.
And then, you know, Drizzy, like, you know, hey, man, it's a friendly sport. You know, I feel like I'm one of the ones. Yeah. And I'm not number one. I'm not number two. I'm number one.
Two. That's
you know,
what he basically said.
And it boils down to this. And the beef, it is what it is. I'm not even caught up in it. I'll let you dive into it. But here's my thing. Because you can be mad at my lifestyle. You can be mad at what I'm talking about or whatever, but you can't be mad at my numbers. And everybody always say it's the machine, it's the machine. I get it. But in order for the machine to work, you still got to put out fire stuff. The stuff still got to bang. Stuff still got to slap. Stuff still got to, like when Drizzy get on a song, it sounds different.
Listen, he's taken 20. Listen, I heard this yesterday. He's taken 25 different artists to have top Billboard 100 songs. That is, think of people. I want y'all to fully understand this.
Come on, man. I'm just being honest.
Drake, with a feature,
can change your life.
Has taken 25 different artists to top 100 Billboard songs.
Yes.
With his feature.
With his feature. Like, your song was dope, but it became elite. Oh, it did it again. Hold on. It became elite. I know, because the standby thing.
Yeah, like when you sat there and you said, "Ooh, this song hot. Let me send it to Drizzy, see if he wanna partake."
Yeah.
Then Drizzy get it, he like, "Oh, okay. I could do this."
Doing favors. He said it in a lot of his bars. Like, I don't need that. If you want to give it back to me, you give it back to me. Because I know what it's going to do. I know the numbers it's going to do. And it's not just music. It's anything he touches, it blows up. Like Shorty, who had that podcast. I forgot her name. The white lady.
Yeah. Once he did it,
it blew up.
Then now everybody else, now she's sitting down with everybody.
And that's the thing. And so I get it. Kendrick, like, look, I'm coming back to get my friendly competition on. I want all the smoke. I'm coming at J. Cole. I'm coming at Drizzy. Like, you know, I'm saying my lines, wooty wooty woo. Yeah. I'm doing that. I think Drake was more mad because Future and him had some beef.
Yeah, Future unfollowed him, Metro Boomin, Rick Ross.
But it was over a female.
That's allegedly.
No, it was. It was over this chick that they both ran.
We mad at an industry chick.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Come on,
but they was mad because the girl was talking and saying stuff to Drizzy, right?
Yeah.
About what Future was saying about Drizzy. And see, look, this is why I be telling, look. Not everybody your friend. Like, people only your friend when it's convenient for them and they winning. You get what I'm saying?
And Joe Budden had basically said that on his podcast. A lot of this has started to expose these fake ass friendships in the rap game.
Yeah, it is.
Like, everybody ain't really, you know, your friend. People's good business people. I mean, that's what it is.
And it's cool. You can be a business investment.
Yeah.
But I think with Future and them, I think Future was talking about Drizzy to the shorty. I don't know, but allegedly, I think he was talking about that's what it said. He was allegedly pillow talking, clowning Drizzy.
And then she went to
tell, like, you know what Future said about you? And like, well, this is my daughter. What are you going to say?
Yeah.
Like,
I'm looking at this bird.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo.
And then she start talking and you start sitting back like,
whoa.
Like, that kind of have a little bit of merit.
That seemed a little
personal.
Because only he knows that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's pretty
so that could be one of those situations, man. And it's crazy.
Drake didn't unfollow them; they unfollowed Drake.
Yeah, because I mean, at the end of the day, what you gonna do? Like, think about it, dog. And so even to touch on the beef or whatever the case, I don't think it's real beef. I think we just say it's beef because we just hear words.
We like it.
We like competition.
We do. I do.
And I don't know if Drake gonna come back and say anything, but I know he's always dropped subliminals to Kendrick.
So this is I've been, you know, tea leaves have been cracking. So Drake and 7 a.m. in Charlotte took shots at Kendrick.
Oh, what happened?
You got to listen to the verse. But at some point in the verse, he said, "You ain't Kobe Bryant to us."
Oh,
remember that Kendrick video when he was doing the Kobe face?
Yeah.
Drake said something to say, and like when you go now, because
now that makes sense.
Now that makes sense.
Yo, that's crazy.
So he took a shot then,
and that's what they do. It's like friendly shots.
But it's if you go on YouTube, people got this stuff down to a science
for real.
So you go on YouTube. This has been going over for like the last decade with Drake taking shots at Kendrick taking shots at Drake, J. Cole kind of being in the middle of it, taking shots or whatever the case is. And so a lot of people feel like this really ain't between Drake and Kendrick. A lot of people trying to figure out, is J. Cole gonna take a stand? Because they just look at it like J. Cole always playing the peacemaker, but really not out here saying anything. Because it was like, even when he said something, it was like he wanted to pay homage, but then tried to still put himself first versus really just saying like, I'm him. So it's a lot of different kind of like narratives and tea leaves being done, but it's going to be real interesting to see how everybody responds. You see Drake had, I guess he done got into it with Nav or somebody like that.
About what?
I guess, they all part of the same little clique or whatever case is. So Drake had made an Instagram post and quoted one of Nav's songs as his caption. Drake is top 10 petty in the game. Yeah. And so, like I said, man, it's just a lot. It's a lot going on at that, man.
Him and Nav did a song together, right? Yeah, I don't know.
It's just so much, man, going on.
I don't know. But if I'm
J.
Cole, like, here's the thing. Like, I think at the end of the day, we want competition. I get it.
Yeah.
But I think there's difference, when you hear the competition. Like, if it's bars, spit the bars, say your things, say your subliminals, or whatever the case may be, and keep it rap, right? But I think sometimes when you say certain things, it can be portrayed as a certain way, right? Where you're like, okay, bet, for sure. I got you. I see what it is. Mm-hmm. But in my opinion, I'm always going to say this, like, bro, you can't bite the hand that gave you an opportunity. Like you could be, you whatever you say, he always got the trump card. Like, dog, I'm the one that I put you out to the world. Like, everybody knew who you was.
Because was it?
And I'm from LA. We knew who Kendrick was, but it was from a local level. Like, I put you on a master level because be on that Drake tour at that time.
Because Drake
was crazy.
Yeah, because it was just like his album. That first album was solid. Kendrick came out firing with that first album. Everybody kind of listening. But then that second album came, and that second album was hot.
Right.
And then you go on tour with Drake with that second album, when Drake had just dropped. It
magnified it a little bit more.
I think that was like around, was that like Take Care?
Yeah, it was Take Care album. Bro, that album is a classic. And you're literally A$AP Rocky, Kendrick Lamar.
That was a tour.
Like, that was a tour. And
And
he fought for you to be on the tour.
That was a tour.
And that's the thing that I'll be like, it's like, bro, I'm the one that hooks you up with the shorty. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be acting like if it wasn't for me, like, you wouldn't have been able to introduce her. I ain't saying he wouldn't have been big.
Yeah, and again, it's like certain catalysts help certain situations out. Kendrick probably still becomes Kendrick, but when you get that boost, it's kind of like with Drake and Weezy.
Yeah.
You feel me? Drake came from under Lil Wayne.
Right.
They together.
And you see, the relation, Drake would never disrespect Lil Wayne because he's the one that
he always pays homage to Lil Wayne. Every opportunity.
Why is that an issue for other rappers?
Because remember, Drake was signed to the label, so it's more. I guess it's more or less like a label thing versus like it being looked at as like.
Bro, imagine if Drake and Kendrick did an album together, dog. Even called it the Three Kings with J. Cole, Kendrick, Drake. Like, they could shut the whole game down.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand.
They can have different songs where it's just them rapping by themselves.
It could be a friendly competition, like
and we just in the studio, and we just go. It's
It's a bar song fest.
Yes.
We making hits, but we also having friendly competition.
Yeah.
I don't understand why we can't do stuff like
why we all just can't get along.
Why it always got to be this
you
way?
On one side and I'm on this side.
I don't understand it. And like you robbing. And then the thing about the media is. In the social
blogs
media and the blogs that we create these divisiveness and these separations instead of we rob the game out of what could happen if these brothers said, "Hey, dog, let's create a 3 King album. We the top 3.
Yep.
We the Mount Rushmore
right now.
And hell, even a bonus track could be Jay on that mug.
Oh,
you get what I'm saying? Oh, like the pillars.
Well, I mean, like, I'm looking at, like...
That's crazy.
We can go Jay. You can bring in Big Sean. Like...
Bruh.
Why... I'm trying to figure out why they just can't...
I don't understand. And like, we can still compete and still be getting... Bro, so much money for everybody.
Everybody can
I don't understand why we always got to be mad at somebody or... Like, yeah, you took shots. Whatever. I get it. But I'm telling you, like, Drake, I think for Drake, and I'm not just saying it because I rock with Drake. I like Kendrick too. Kendrick makes some great music and it's influential and it's motivational and it's inspiring. Like
everybody got their own lane.
They got their own lane, right? But here's my thing with the aspect, because I don't think Drake really want enemies. It's just people don't like people that's continue to go. And I'm not saying Kendrick care about Drake like that, because Kendrick got his own lane. He got his money, he got his kids, he doing his thing. J. Cole, they all got their bread. But what I'm saying about the masses, though, a lot of people don't want to see this. Like, they get mad because dude keep winning.
It's hard. See, but the thing is if you look at it, just being honest, who has maintained a level of relevance?
Drake. For 20 years, right?
For damn, like
it's going on 20.
It ain't now. I think it's about 2009. 2009 is when Drake really came on the scene. 2008, 2009. But I'm just saying, like,
no, I've been longer than that.
No, it's 2008, 2009. I really, because I really.
So 10 years. So 2018.
Yeah, it's been since I've been out here.
We got 4 years away before you hit 20.
Yeah, it's been since I've been out here.
4 years away for this man become relevant for 20 years,
and don't nobody sustain that, because you got to think about it like.
No breaks like that.
Lil Wayne was like on fire.
Yeah, from like 2000, because he had
Hot Boys, and then he became him. He was
like
on
2008.
Yeah, he was on fire. And
Lil
then
Wayne
he
was
just
a rock star.
Yeah, and then it's not even that Wayne fell off, but Wayne had
he
legal issues and different kind of things.
Sometimes time and everything.
Exactly. Jay-Z again had a stretch where he was on fire.
Yeah.
And then Jay started doing other stuff.
Yeah.
He started putting his time into
businesses,
making more money and
entrepreneur.
Now he's a billionaire.
Yeah,
you feel me? Now he's a whole entity.
Yeah.
You feel me? Drake has really been the only person in my lifetime, I can speak for my lifetime,
right,
to where when he's came in,
right,
he has not stopped.
Yeah.
And you don't hear a fall off from Drake, because even if he's not producing albums, he's on features.
Yeah.
And every feature he's touches,
staying relevant.
He's always relevant. So when somebody was talking to me about, like, well, how do you determine, we was on Facebook, and it was like, how do you determine who's the GOAT? And I said, well, this conversation goes back to the same things with basketball and sports. It becomes preferential, because not everybody's standard of what they believe the GOAT is that. I could believe the GOAT is, for rapping, relevance, hits, likability, and like stage presence. Like, those could be my 4 criteria, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Others could be lyrics, album sale. Like, everybody criteria can be different. And so then it's like, we can't pick one part. We can't pick Bank to say, no, Bank, you make the criteria.
No.
Because then it's like, or, you know, if we used to go further, like DJ Envy, Charlamagne the Guy, like all these other people, y'all make the criteria. And then, but everybody, to me, like you said, criteria is going to be different.
Yeah. So
you really can't, to me, have a true GOAT, because not everybody rocks with, you know, because people be like, well, Nas is a better rapper than Jay-Z. People throwing Pac, people throwing Biggie, and, you know, and they ain't even made no hits since I was 7.
Yeah.
But people will still say Pac is the greatest rapper. Pac is the greatest rapper to ever live, and it's like, well, we ain't heard Pac, bro, since he was 25.
No,
you feel me? And so that's why it's like, it becomes preferential. Me personally, I will go with the people who I hear consistently. Yeah. So if I had to rank and it's not even saying who my GOAT is. If I had to rank it, I'm going to go Drake, Cole, Kendrick, mainly because I hear Drake and Cole way more often than I hear Kendrick. And it's not that it's a diss to Kendrick music, because I
dope music.
I like Kendrick music.
He come and go.
And that's because
he's a part-time WWE. He's a part-timer.
He's like John Cena in them. You know, he show up, he'd splash.
Yeah.
Then he'd go away for a while.
Yeah.
You feel me? I'm looking at, Drake is Seth Rollins.
No, I'm probably longer than Seth Rollins. It'll be Randy Orton. Randy Orton. Somebody been in for a long time.
Inconsistent.
Stay
up.
Randy Orton's still that dude.
Yeah.
And so at the end of the day, look, I would like to see them do some jargon because I love it.
Yeah.
But I think we robbing the game by them not working together and collabing. I still want to hear a J. Cole and Drake album. I would like to see a J. Cole because as music, as musicians, you can inspire the game. And when you tap into a different lane with those people, then you got to step your game up. You know what I'm saying? When you rapping with them folks, you got to bring your A game because it's a competition. And so I would like to see that happen, but it is what it is. But before we get about it, we got to talk about P. Diddy. Got to talk about the Diddy drama.
There's a lot going on. I've never been to a Diddy party. Obviously, I probably don't want to.
But it's a lot going on, and it's a sad thing to see. But it's a lot of allegedly connecting it to murders, kids trafficking,
sex trafficking too. On top of all that,
and some other things, man. And to see. To see something like this, what's your thoughts?
I think I was watching Gil Arena, Gilbert thing, and I think Kenya Martin said it best, like, nothing shocks me anymore. Like, nothing shocks me, man, because, like, this is also on the heels that ain't nobody really talking about for some odd reason, the whole Nickelodeon thing that dropped this past week.
With the guy,
John Schneider, and how he was treating people and the pedophiles that was at the Nickelodeon set and all these kind of things, and it's like, and comparing them both is like, nothing shocks me. You feel me? And that's a lot of allegations, a lot of alleged things, and obviously, Diddy is basically innocent until proven guilty. Right. So we just gonna rock with that, but just all these things, man, how all this stuff comes out, and it's just unfortunate because it looks like a whole R. Kelly situation to a certain extent.
Maybe even worse.
Yeah, you feel me? And it's like our black men, get into these power positions and just start believing they are above rapport, and they start doing things and start getting out of character because they got money. And a lot of people just go quiet because you pay them, and then they be quiet. And so, but the thing is everybody ain't really your friend, and you be thinking everybody your friend, and you think you can hold your closest secrets to these people, and then the minute you turn your back on these people, they like, so you want to, all right, I ain't gonna do it directly, but I'm gonna just continue to drop leaf after this, and so man, I pray for that brother. I pray, like I said, me and you, we talked about this on the same thing that came to Deshaun Watson. Everything can't be true.
Right.
But there is some truth in some of this. Yeah. Because you can't just have all this and then there's
you can't make all this stuff up.
Yeah. You feel me? So that's what I'm going to roll with. I don't know how much is true or what is true, but we know that there is some kind of truth.
Facts.
And some of all is madness. What's kind of some?
I mean, my thing, you pretty much said everything for the most part, but I just think it's sad to see, somebody who we considered a pillar in the game when it comes to
black excellence to a certain extent.
Excellence, but more so even like ownership when it comes to
revolt, correct?
Revolt, when it comes to producing, when it comes to managing. You know what I'm saying? To a certain extent, fashion. Like he's been a lot of elements, but at the end of the day, he's still human. And when you allow worldly things to get the best of you, anything's possible. Everything's on the table. If you're not grounded, if you don't have the right foundation, if you don't have the right team around you, keeping you things, your bells and whistles in check. And just to see how it happened, it's crazy. And again, we don't know what's true. We don't know what's lies. It's going to come out eventually. He wasn't detained or arrested the last time I checked. There's under investigation, and we will know further. But just to see and hear about this, it just sucks that we laugh at stuff like this. We make fun of stuff like this, and we are a type of community that like to kick up brothers when they down. I'm not gonna do that. Look, because I'm not perfect. I can't cast no stone on no brother. Like, I don't have skeletons. Like, I ain't did some wrong or whatever. At the end of the day, sin is sin.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
There is no
ultimate sin. And like, sin is sin.
Sin is not ranked.
Yeah, and so I just hope as a community we can be there to support our brother and just be like, hey man, we praying for you. We hope you get right. You hope you get the help you need. Even if they do the wrong thing, you still got to forgive them. And that's one thing that you can tell people who have the spirit in them, that has a relationship with God, is that when somebody do wrong, you ain't be like, no, it's like, man, I hope he get right. And hopefully they can forgive him for his wrongs, because that's what God did. You know what I mean? We all was Judah at one point in time in our life.
Facts.
And we've all did some things that was backstabbing and against what the Lord wants us to do. But at the end of the day, he still gave us an opportunity, and that leads into Sunday. Like, that's why he died. That's why he died, and to give us an opportunity to have a chance to build a relationship with him. And so I hope this is an opportunity for Diddy to get back in his spiritual with the Lord and get right with God and make better decisions, regardless of the outcome. Just know, you gotta bounce back, and you gotta do better and get that right foundation. But at the end of the day, still sad to see, bro.
Yeah, I mean, because like I said, even to your point, man, my brother, Mr. Bernard Jefferson, he had a short, good sermon, because we did like the 7 last words.
Oh, you did that too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my brother, the thing that he said was, cannot remember the actual scripture, but basically was like, our debt is paid. And when we think about these things, when we're going through hard times, when we're going through struggles, we always looking for our debt to be paid. Right. And it was. Jesus dying for us, he paid that debt. You feel me? So anytime we going through things and we going through stuff, our debt has basically been paid. It's just on us to continue to follow that and understand, like, okay, there is the other side to this. And so, with Diddy is just, hopefully, the crazier allegations are just allegations, and some of the small stuff is the small stuff. But when you start getting into like sex trafficking and
that gets crazy.
All that stuff gets crazy, man. And so I'm more of the mindset that I can't kick you while you're down, because you're not affecting me.
Right.
So because you're not affecting me, I can't sit here and be like mad at you and all that kind of stuff. Because it's your life, you living it. Hey, whatever you got going, whatever you got going on. Now, when things affect me, is when I can look at you differently and I can judge you a little differently, because you affected my bottom line or my family or whatever the case is. So, as like you said, pray for the brother. Yeah. Hopefully, he comes out on the other side of this. Yeah. We don't know what's going to happen or how this is about to look, but we here, and it's here. So we might as well stay here. So
ain't nowhere to go,
Understand, that talk will be live coverage.
Yeah. We'll definitely talk about it, man. But anyway, man, we Easter Sunday tomorrow, Resurrection Sunday. Yeah, man. I hope you have a great time with your family, with your loved ones, man. Cherish the little things, you know what I mean? Hopefully, when God make everything work out for your boy, I got some big news. Maybe not next week, because we're going to figure out, maybe we do a Friday show. Yeah, I think we'll do a Friday show for y'all, because it's going to be a crazy Saturday.
I got an announcement to make.
What's the announcement?
I'm about to tell you right now.
Well, let me hear it. UCLA one?
Nah, this is about Easter event tomorrow.
Yeah, tell them.
Hold up, all right, so all my Fresno people, friends, family, my brother, Raj Brown, he's syrup, in the community, man. He's throwing a Easter event at the Jericho Fields tomorrow from 12 to 3. Nice. It's for kids, toddlers, adults, and teens. Yeah. Easter egg hunts, live entertainment, Madden tournament, game truck, games, prizes, free haircuts, cash grab, free raffles, free baskets.
That's a lot of good stuff.
It's a lot of good stuff. It's a dope community event. The St. Res Dance Praise Team will be performing at said event. So, we just asking everybody to come out from 12 to 3 tomorrow. Have a good time.
Yeah.
Again, let's treat this as what this is. An event for the community, and again, it's unnecessary that I feel like I have to say this, but
don't bring the nonsense.
Don't bring the nonsense.
Just come for a good time.
It's kids, it's families. We just supposed to be in there laughing and enjoying one another time. It's gonna be plenty of gifts and prizes for everybody. So let's just have a good time. Let's enjoy this. When this gets on TikTok and IG and Facebook and this gets shot out to the world on certain levels, it's like, man, Fresno lit.
Yeah.
Fresno is very positive, especially looking at our Black community, and we all having a grand time with one another in this celebration. Because Easter is Easter, but the bigger picture about tomorrow is Resurrection Sunday.
Yep.
And we need to be, to me, on your best behavior. You should be like this all the time. But
tomorrow,
at least, my
goodness.
goodness. You feel me? So I just wanted to get that out there just about that event tomorrow that's taking place out in Jericho Fields. 4974 East Clinton Way.
Yeah.
Pull up.
Have a great service. Have a great Sunday. Have a great weekend with your family. We love you guys. We appreciate you guys. Always remember
to why
talk that talk. Till next time.
Yes, sir.
Peace.
Peace.